You're scrolling through your company's accounts when you see an invoice for $15,000 to a vendor you've never heard of. The payment was approved by Marcus 3 weeks ago, and there's no project file attached. Your stomach drops because Marcus has never made a payment this large without running it by you first. You call the vendor number on the invoice and get a disconnected line. Then you search the company name online and find absolutely nothing. No website, no registration, no trace that this business even exists. Marcus is in Seattle for a conference, so you have his office to yourself. You and Marcus started this digital marketing agency 5 years ago in a cramped apartment with nothing but 2 laptops and a dream. You handled creative and client relations, while he managed operations and finances. You trusted him completely. You start searching back through old invoices, looking for other payments to unfamiliar vendors. What you find makes your hands shake. Dozens of invoices over the past 2 years, all to companies that sound legitimate but that you've never actually worked with. The amounts vary from $5,000 to $20,000. You spend the entire night cross-referencing every suspicious payment. By dawn, you've identified 37 fraudulent invoices totaling over $400,000. Marcus has been stealing from your company, from you, for more than 2 years, and he's been careful enough that you never notice the slow drain. Your first instinct is to confront him the moment he walks through the door, but then you realize that Marcus is smart, methodical, and has probably covered his tracks legally somehow. If you want real justice, you need to be smarter. When Marcus returns from Seattle, you act completely normal. You laugh at his conference stories, discuss client projects, and never mention what you found. He has no idea that you've started documenting everything with timestamps, screenshots, and a detailed paper trail. Over the next 3 weeks, you quietly gather evidence. You discover Marcus set up shell companies using variations of real vendor names, with bank accounts that trace back to his personal finances. He's been inflating project costs to clients and pocketing the difference too. But here's what Marcus doesn't know. You've been meeting with a forensic accountant and a lawyer. They confirm what you suspected. This is textbook embezzlement, and you have more than enough evidence for both a civil suit and criminal charges. Your lawyer suggests something even better. You set up a meeting with your company's 3 biggest clients, the ones that generate 70% of your revenue. Without mentioning Marcus's theft, you explain that you're restructuring and opening a new agency. All 3 clients agree to move their contracts to your new company immediately. They've always worked primarily with you anyway. Then you create one final fake invoice, a big one, $25,000 to another non-existent vendor. You route it through the system in a way that requires Marcus's approval. You need him to take the bait one more time, and you know his greed won't let him pass it up. Marcus approves the invoice within 2 days. He doesn't hesitate, doesn't question it, just processes it like all the others. That final theft brings his total to $425,000, and more importantly, it proves he's still actively stealing. Your lawyer says this strengthens your case significantly. On a Friday afternoon, you tell Marcus you need to talk about something important. You sit him down in the conference room, and you watch his face as you slide a folder across the table. Inside is every fraudulent invoice, every shell company registration, every bank transfer, all 38 thefts documented in perfect detail. Marcus goes pale, then tries to explain it away as complicated business expenses you don't understand. But you cut him off and tell him you've already spoken to a forensic accountant, a lawyer, and the FBI's Financial Crimes Division. You watch 5 years of friendship and partnership crumble in his eyes as he realizes you've caught him completely. You give him 2 options. He can agree to your terms right now, or you'll proceed with criminal charges that will likely send him to prison for years. Your terms are simple. He signs over his entire 50% stake in the company to you for $1, repays every cent he stole on a payment plan you've already structured, and he walks away quietly. Marcus tries to argue, threatens to fight it, says you'll ruin the company without him. So you tell him about your new agency, about the 3 major clients who've already committed to moving, about how you've been building your exit strategy while he thought you were clueless. You don't need him anymore.